How's it going, everybody? I am DeanOGTO, and today we're going to be talking about the WZ-111, the preferential matchmaking premium Chinese heavy tank, and its counterpart, the 112, which is the other option for preferential matchmaking Chinese heavy tank. So, the WZ-111, if I'm honest with you, with the most recent patch, I think it got the most underwhelming changes from the vehicles that I've messed with so far. It really doesn't feel like it's changed very much, and you do kind of feel it because things like no, not WZ, things like the IS-6 feel substantially better than they did because they got armor improvements, they got gun improvements, and you can feel the differences with those vehicles. This thing here, I feel like this thing should have gotten gun depression because I was comparing it to the 112 earlier today, and I just looked at it and just went, wait, the 112 is just better than this thing. It has 6 degrees of gun depression, it has a stronger turret, the cupolas are just about the same size, the lower front plate on the 112 is substantially stronger, I think it's about 200mm or maybe 210mm in comparison to this thing's like 180. In fact, for the most part it's actually less than that there in most situations in the game. And this thing's upper front plate is weaker than the 112's. This thing just has a slightly better power to weight ratio, and I think it's 0.04 faster rate of fire. I think the buffs that happened with the 112 have made this thing substantially weaker than it was. Now, I did pull off that shot there, helping me get rid of that batch at 12T, but, well, that was relatively close range, and I kind of expected that to hit, if I'm honest, because that sort of range, even though he was moving, I just wouldn't really expect that to miss for the most part. So let's move forward here into position, see if we can go hold down and try and get some shots off. Knowing view range is kind of screwing me over here. I damn would like to get a shot on that guy's side, but unfortunately denied. See, so I've gotten a hit from the M46 Patton and the MX M449. Those are the two vehicles that have damaged me so far. That's annoying. That's like the one tank I did not want to see in that position. Because I really can't do anything to one of those in that sort of position. The whole armor on that tank is just good enough to just withstand whatever I throw at it. Like, even the HE rounds are not going to do much to that machine. It's kind of an unfortunate situation where that's the tank that chose to go into that spot. Although it looks like he may have moved because he hasn't been spotted in a wee while there. We should kill the all-loader. Oh, damn it, the all-loader got away. That's bad. And let's go for a shot on you. Oh, god damn it, gun didn't reload fast enough. That's not good. I was really hoping to get a shot in that bat shot, and I was really hoping we would also kill that, what you call it, that, MXM, no, not MXM4, MXSE48. I was trying to remember its name there and I couldn't. So let's see, is there any sort of easy weak point I can shoot on you? Nope. I'm trying to use my tank hold down here, but this is a really, really awkward position to use in this tank. Got lucky there and hit that shot on his cupola. If I'm able to keep the gun firing, I might be able to get some decent damage out of this match, but I'm not going to live through this situation if I'm honest with you. It's just not going to happen. Like, I am technically hold down, I believe, here, but the problem is, as soon as I start firing premium rounds, they're just going to go straight through my front plate. Right, so we're actually winning now, which is actually kind of a surprise. They had so much momentum, but they just threw it away. And thankfully, we have now got teammates behind these guys, which are going to hopefully stall their progress and stop them from pushing forward into me. Damn, I got lucky there. Get a shot in his side, sneaky wee shot in his side, nice. That actually worked out rather nicely for me there, because I was 100% expecting to die. As you probably heard from me saying, I don't expect to live through this. So, that was awesome. Nice job, team. Oh shit, charioteer. Didn't notice him there until the last second. Ah, balls. I fired the shot just after he'd already died. But yeah. This sort of tank, you'd expect it to be very, very strong hold down because, well, look at the shape of the turret. I mean, if it wasn't strong hold down, you'd be pissed. And turrets just like this here, just in general, are very, very strong and don't typically have that many weaknesses other than cupolas, potentially. Wow, he must have lost his traverse on his turret there because he didn't even point his turret towards me. Interesting. But yeah, like this game has gone pretty nicely for me for the most part, and has been an okay showcase of the vehicle. Like the vehicle can fight whenever it's hold down and it's not showing its lower front plate, but if I'm honest with you, this machine, just in comparison to the 112, it doesn't hold up that well. The 112 has a better lower front plate, has a better upper front plate. The turret face is stronger. The side armor is stronger by 20mm. The only 80mm zone on the side armor of the 112 is actually below the flat side armor. It's actually like right where the tracks meet the hull, and it's in a really like bizarre highly angled part of the hull, so there's not even really a weak point. It has the same sort of spaced armor on the side. It has cupolas that are exactly the same size, but has a stronger turret. Has 1 degree better gun depression. Only has a marginally only has a marginally worse rate of fire at about 0.04 worse. Wow, that was actually a surprisingly decent game. Huh. I guess I got pretty lucky there. So just adding this on to the end of the video here because my phone went off and started beeping in the background while I was finishing off the previous recording, and it just made it impossible to understand like the last like 2 minutes of the video. So I just figured just easier to re-record this. So last thing I'm just going to say in regards to the game, the actual game that I played there was the actual credit income was inflated by the current ongoing mission from the Darkfront event, the like sort of marathon thing that's going on at the moment, the 20% bonus to credits and XP that I have at the moment. That's inflated the X, or not the XP, the XP and the credits. So that's why it's over 120k, even though it was only normally 100k game. But when you take off the, let's do rough miles here, so 10, 22, 28. So 28 from 100, that works out as 72k. So that would have been about 72k normally in terms of profitability. So not too bad with a premium account. And without a premium account normally, that would have worked out as about, so 66, 28, 58, about 38k. So yeah, that's just gives you a general idea of the profitability. Now the other thing I want to just quickly do is just show you the stat comparison between the WZ-111 and the 112. It's kind of what I've mentioned over the course of the video, the slightly worse rate of fire, but seriously, like what an insignificant difference in rate of fire. And the 1 degree better gun depression this thing has, the worse aiming time the 112 has, and the worse accuracy it has. But if you look at the armor in Tanks GG, you'll see what I mean. The armor is just substantially more usable in the 112, especially the side armor, by the way. When it comes to mobility, you have 20 less horsepower in the engine. Your tank's about 1.5 tons heavier, but the part weight ratio difference is only 0.85. There's only a 5km/h top speed difference. The differences are so minuscule, and the armor difference is so massive that I honestly don't think the WZ-111 is good value for money in comparison. Like, it's gonna be, well, this thing's gold price, just to give you context, is 12,250 gold. The 112's gold price is 10,500. There's a 1,750 gold disparity between the two. So it's not far off 2,000 gold. So the 112 is going to be cheaper, and in my opinion, it just seems like the more effective vehicle in more scenarios, just due to its more playable nature, due to the better armor and the better gun depression. So whether or not the 112 is better than the IS-6, I will have to look into that at some point, but just doing the comparison between the same nation at the moment and between the same type of tanks, the 112 just seems like a better vehicle and a better option if you don't own any of these vehicles and you want to get one of them, which is perfectly understandable. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video in the comment section below. Do you have any opinions on this matter? Like, do you own any of these vehicles? Like, do you wish you had the 112, or do you have a WZ-111? Or sorry, or do you have a 112 right now? I wish you had WZ-111. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.